You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. All white top, all white belt, all white jeans body looking like milk.
I grew up in the suburbs. I don't know what that is.
Are you serious?
Bro, I like rap, but I've never heard of that before.
There's no way. Luda,
Yeah.
My Chick Bad?
I wore all the right eyes on.
bad, my chick hood.
Yeah. A chick
Okay,
do
I don't
stuff
remember that
a
lyric.
Chick wish she could.
Yeah.
That's the best. Okay,
See,
that's the
if you're
second best line from the song, actually. The, I fill her up, balloons. That's the best line.
That's fair.
What
I think
up,
we can agree on that.
What up,
Got
everybody?
Nicki Minaj in it.
We have Tyler and Tyler here. So just to avoid, well, what do we haven't really agreed on anything. It's either
Junior
T-Bone
and
and
senior.
T-Dog, Junior and Senior. That might work. All right, so Tyler Junior, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's my honor. I will tell my grandchildren of this. September 27th of 2019. Day that'll go down in the history books.
So Tyler,
Oh, my
just
lord.
real quick, those of our parents listening that don't know who you are, what do you do in the cigar world?
So I work down here in Houston, Texas, at a cigar shop called the Smoke Ring. Smoke cigars, learn about them, and I tell all of our patrons about what's good and what they shouldn't forget about.
Sick. I talked about the word patronize in class this week because it was in one of our books, and I was just like, not patronizing like, student, you're ugly, but patronize like,
Yeah.
I'm at McDonald's.
Tyler,
what's good? Oh,
quick
go ahead.
question for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
yes,
why
Pop.
we're lagging already,
Pop.
so this is great. But so you're 22 years young, okay?
Yeah.
And how long you been smoking cigars for?
I smoked my first cigar when I was 13.
Okay, that's what I figured because I don't know how the fuck you pull out these old ass Tatuaje, these old ass cigars that I've never. I'm okay. I turned 31 in 2 days. I've been smoking cigars seriously since I was 22.
Yeah.
Now I was the product of my environment where the shop I went to, we didn't carry anything cool. Well, we did a little bit, but like. The only thing I would get would be like the brand new CAO. You know,
Yeah.
so it's funny that you get all these cool fucking cigars that I missed out on. You know, like some of those Tatuajes and this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you're blowing dudes at the shop or you have your parents got out. I'm like, where does he get?
So you know,
these
I'm
cigars, man. I'm so jealous.
I give good head, and we have a guy here at the shop. His name's Troy Thurman, and he was pretty sure he was either bona fide number 2 or bona fide number 1 of the S&S club
Wow.
back when it was first coming out. This guy worked at NASA, so we're literally like 5 minutes down the road from NASA. So you have a lot of people who just get a good job early, have money to blow, and they tap into smoke cigars. So this guy, I had a good job, was really into cigars. He would just go crazy. We would get a release at the shop in the mid 2000s. He would go buy 5 boxes of it, 6 boxes of it. He would chase shit around the country. So he just has all this shit sitting there, waiting to be smoked. So I'll trade him for some new stuff that's come out that he doesn't know about. We'll make a nice little exchange of goods and services. And
Boy.
Now,
that's normally.
the SNS kits just went out this week. Are you guys members?
Oh yeah, nice segue.
Oh, well.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler's been since you were 12, right?
Yeah.
You were number 7.
I was number 7. Yeah.
First year. Yeah, this is my first year, guys. So I'm happy. Moo Cow Rich got me in. It took 2 reach rounds and 3 mouth hugs, but I'm in now.
Good man.
it's kind of annoying that people are just bitching about shit. You know, I don't get why people. Oh man, like some of these tattoo, like I'm in a couple tattoo Facebook groups, and people are just bitching about stuff.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, guys, be fucking you ungrateful twats. Like, what the hell?
Well,
You know, I've been wanting to be in this club forever.
Yeah.
the only thing I've heard, only complaint was that it's big now. Everyone's in it.
Sure.
Are they complaining
I-
about what's actually in the kit? Because I haven't gotten mine yet because I wasn't home when it arrived.
Yeah,
They're
no, people.
complaining. Oh, go on.
Yeah, no, they are, and that's one of the things I asked one of the guys who had been in SNS for a while was for a comparison of like what they thought about this kit compared to others, and everybody was like, it's a pretty good kit. I don't know why people are complaining. A lot of people said 2015 was the best kit they put out, but at the same time, case, shirt, the cigars, BRA, Hoffin. I mean, I don't know how the fuck you could complain about it outside of just nitpicking.
Yeah, actually, I made an account on the site, the SNS site, in 2015, but I was unable to get an invite. And I'm not sure. So this is my third year, but I had to use my same login information. So my name on there is Dom Dirt because my thing in college was I love dirt, so I can't
Yeah.
change that now.
Right.
I love dirt.
Yep, dirt's pretty cool.
Is that a pop culture reference that's going over my head, or is that just
It's actually not. I threw parties every Thursday. And we called them Doing
Yeah.
It Right Thursday,
Yeah.
DIRT.
Gotcha.
And I would just talk about dirt any any opportunity I could.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the first time us three hung out together?
Yeah. That was
All
in
right,
the
talk about
projects
it.
of Las Vegas. We basically were in the projects.
Yeah, Mo
Eating some-
from Patina.
Some good chicken, by the way.
Yeah.
Jake!
Pollo. Yeah,
Sure.
Mo
I
took
like
us out for dinner. It was Mo, Robbie Raz, Ted, Langley. How you say his name? Last name? Ted. Your buddy Ted.
Yeah, Langley sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's
Ted
it.
was there. I forgot the other guy from Michigan. Tom was there. Tyler was there.
Yeah.
And it was just a good time. We all ate some chicken and Tyler, I forgot you were picky as hell. I forgot what you. Oh, you got mac and cheese, right?
Yeah, and what? I got a chicken
Yeah.
sandwich and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I should want the what was it? It was like it was some weird ass sauce.
Oh yeah,
Some
you
shit
were
that
all
wasn't.
you were all hung up on the sauce. No, I'm the pickiest eater I've ever
Oh
met.
yeah, it was like a pickled sauce or something like that. I'm like, not happening. Not
Dude,
happening.
I just scraped it off and put some Tabasco or barbecue on there, man. It was
Can't
legit.
scrape off sauce flavor. That shit stuck in the fucking bread.
It was in there, but it was still it was a solid meal. It was nice to get off the strip, man.
Yeah.
The
For
the
reals.
trade show, I have a fun.
Whoa. What's going on?
I look forward to it every
Tyler Senior.
year.
Tyler Senior. Stop for a second.
Tom brought this up without.
Yo, Tyler Senior. Hold up.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
The last
Oh, wait,
15 seconds
Are we getting?
were nothing, so you're gonna have to start again with.
I'm gonna remind my
Tell-
personality.
Tell your
Okay.
story a second time. Make it more
I forgot-
interesting.
I forgot the story, but it was transitioning. No, I said the trade show is a good time, but it's expensive. It's,
Expensive
I
in
think
terms
that
of
was-
the food?
I was transitioning to- Yeah, food, hotel, shit like that.
So did everything come out of your own pocket? Flight.
This year it did.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's pretty fucking
Um,
expensive.
Yeah.
I
It
just
was,
grabbed a bunch of power bars for breakfast.
Yeah.
Stuffed in my bag.
That
Now,
sounds about-
we got a room together next year. We got to save some money, man.
I'm down for that.
But
We'll get a single.
yeah, it's cheaper if you get the single bed too. We can just go head to toe, reverse 69 or how, or
96. Yeah,
like
I'm
a
down for some
pillow.
down for some 96ing.
We could always do like a pillow barrier in between us. Ask for
Dude,
extra pillows.
I don't know. That wall might come down.
Yeah, that wall ain't stopping me. Oh my lord.
Which hotel
But
did you guys
anyway,
stay at?
Good question.
I
I
stayed
was at
under
the.
the.
So the conference was at the Sands this year, correct?
Right,
That's what
right.
it's called. Yeah. So I booked a room at the convention center because I thought I was going to be there again. It was stupid. It was
Yeah, yeah.
cheap, I
Dumb.
guess, but stupid.
That's where Intertabac's going to be at. Or sorry, not Intertabac. What the
No,
fuck am I saying?
TPE.
TPE. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, they moved it from Dortmund or whatever, however, Germany, however fucking say
Hinga
that.
dinga dunga. See you later.
I lived in Germany for 3 years. My dad was in the military. Fun
Really?
fact.
Really?
Yeah, I was really young, so I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The fuck. But so trade show. Me and Dom sharing a bed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, TPE is you said is at the convention center.
Right, right, right. You guys thinking about
Um,
going to that?
how would I get in?
Yeah,
Uh,
I've never even heard of that.
It's super, super wide open. Like they're basically not begging people. I'd never say that, but I mean, like you just go onto the website, sign up for it, and you're in.
are you going?
We're thinking about it.
Shit, I might go. Fuck.
Just because I mean, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just international?
No, or well, it's the Tobacco Products Expo, so it is a little bit of everything. Cigars have a modest foothold, but after everything that's been going on this year, it is, or it appears to be blowing up for the cigar side of it. Who knows
There's
what
Will
it's
they
any,
at?
all?
like Vape Bros? Is that allowed?
Oh yeah, they're going to be vape pros there.
Heck yeah.
And then they offer incentives for people to go. Like they'll say, hey, you come out here, and you do some ordering. We'll pay for your hotel.
Yeah.
We'll help pay for your flight.
That they will. So it's interesting because this is like really the first year. Well, it's the first year I've really been in the cigar industry, so I can't say like last year, the year before that wasn't like this. But it's the first year everybody's been actually talking about TPE with any huge sense of interest.
Tyler, how
Yeah, yeah.
many factory tours have you been on?
So now, oh wait, are we gonna say just like visiting a factory and going around, checking the place out, or specifically flying down to a factory?
The
Just
first one.
visiting. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So the first time we went to the Dominican, this is my first cigar trip in general, was January this year. We went down and we blended one of our new shop sticks at a
Ooh.
Kellner boutique. He makes a Cabal Principal smoking jacket.
Ooh, principal.
Yep. So we did that. While we were there, we checked out Henderson Ventura's place. He makes Caldwell, Room 101,
Barba.
La Barba. We hung out with him for the day. Next day, we went visited LFD. But funny thing, same exact day we were there, they had their entire sales team there for like their annual meeting. We basically got to like go around with their sales team, Carney, all the reps, Ed Bowles, and just hang out for the day. After that, following day, we did a huge Hochi Blanco, La Palma, that whole factory tour. We saw PDR's factory, which was pretty interesting. If you don't know, Henderson Ventura is just now moving in with Hochi Blanco. But we did that. It was pretty good. Then that was just about it. Trying to think of what else we did. That's mainly it. We visited one of the fields, with Hochi's fields. And that's really about it.
Do you know if El Artista has their own factory? I got invited to go down there, but I'm not going to be able to make it.
I was.
Google that. This sounds really familiar, Tyler. What factory is that, or who makes?
That's Big Poppy's brand. They just came out with that Buffalo 10 or something. It's a discount
Yeah, yeah,
stick.
yeah.
Actually, I think that's really good for the price point.
I heard the Big Poppy wasn't a very good cigar. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm not super into it, but the discount one, I think they said was $4 MSRP.
Yeah.
I said during the interview I'd pay for it. It was good. I thought it was maybe even better.
And it looks like they do have their own factory, El Artista SRL.
I've heard of that, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right,
Um,
it's a company we've heard of before, but we haven't brought in anything they've made. Nothing was like, holy shit, I got to clear off shelf space for this. Oh, okay.
Well, if I get fired between now and then, maybe I'll be down there.
Right.
So you carry a La Galera, right?
Oh yeah, we have a decent amount of it.
You carry La Instructora and Sanspari as well, or no?
So we did La Instructora and Sanspari, but Sanspari did okay. Pretty good cigars, crazy price points. So I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of like the Davidoffs, Padrones, Opus were bought out before Sanspari was. The Sanspari sort of just took up space. Once we sold out of what we had, we cleared it out. Nobody's really asked for it since. Then
Yeah.
La Instructora, we do off and on. Great smokes, obviously
They're
higher
good.
price. Oh yeah, higher price point of Hochi stuff. But Sanspari, we probably won't be bringing back in.
All right, and then you went to. So wait, has this shop exclusive been released yet that you have?
Which one?
I thought you said you have a shop exclusive, right?
Oh, we have our house sticks made at KBF. So that's just like basically we have 7 right now, but just randomly themed sticks. We do like a 20th anniversary, just made our 25th anniversary. We have we do a lot of short robustos, so we have 3 different short robustos. And it
How much are
basically so 25th anniversary most expensive is $980. Which I mean that $980 that's basically cigar price itself. We don't have boxes for it, just do bundles. Do our own bands. So pretty decently priced stick when it comes to that just being tobacco. But then short robustos go for $650, regular robustos $675. So decently priced. But let's say if we were to like sell that nationally, make some real quote unquote real bands, some real boxes, probably be like a $9 to $10 cigar.
And why haven't you sent those cigars to the CigarNoise boys to try out? That sounds like it sounds interesting.
Okay, I'll do it. Just don't hurt my family.
We'll give it
I'll
an
give in.
80 or higher, guaranteed.
Along with
Guarantee.
I got a slip of Washington in there to secure that rating.
All right, so
I'll advertise for this episode.
let's
That's all.
jump
Oh, man.
into our first analogy. So I was
Uh-oh.
giving a spelling test today, and
I'm fine.
after 3 words, one of the students just says, "Oh, Mr. Cipineri, can you stop for a second? I don't have any lead in my pencil." And I just stare him down, walk over to my desk, throw a number 2 pencil down. It's like, "Hey, go sharpen this. It'll work for guaranteed a few months." So, number 2 pencils, if they were a cigar, what would they be?
You should have taken out your gat and shot her pencil and told her problem solved. But analogy, I would say a number 2 pencil is like a Padron Exclusivo.
And how do you get there? Why? What
I
about
get
number
there-
2 pencil gives that to you?
Say that again? What gives me that analogy in my head?
So, yeah, why do you come up with it?
So I'd say that because, I mean, you could use a Padron Exclusivo for any smoking occasion. It's reliable, and I could see that being a government issued cigar. That's my analogy. When I think number 2 pencil, I think universality, and I think quality. That's where the Padron Exclusivo comes in.
Ticonderoga.
Exactly.
Ponderosa?
Ponderosa.
Ticonderoga.
He's a pencil vendor.
Oh god. Okay, for me, Now, there's a couple ways you can think about it. You can get, all intellectual like Tyler Jr.,
Thank you,
or
Pop.
or you could be like me, and I'm like, oh, well, I think of immediately. I thought of Island Jim, the
Yeah.
cigar Island Jim. Like he called it the number two. Maybe flip it over. It looks, well, it looks like a, I don't know. Yeah, it's the fucking pencil.
Yeah.
And then United Cigars,
Exactly.
they have a pencil cigar. They called
Yeah,
pencil, right?
it's a pencil
Yeah.
size.
Well,
Is that the
it's
Vitola?
called. Yeah, no, it's called the United Pencil.
Okay.
Like barcode everything.
I just threw some United Maduros in my cart from Small Batch, but not the pencil, just the Toro size.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
That pencil's good, but like it's only for that 15-minute, 20-minute smoke. Sorry, Tyler. Continue.
No. I actually haven't had that much stuff from United. Now, I did visit their booth this year because I bought Dave Garofalo's book, and he signed it for me. He gave me a firecracker, the one that's made, I think, by Jose Dominguez. I obviously bought 2 boxes of the Roma Craft last year,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 boxes of the Sakas. And then a customer gave me the Christoph Pissed Off firecracker. But I think I've had 2 Atabays in my life. I've had a Bandolero, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
You carry United stuff, right, Tyler?
Yeah, so I was sort of in the same boat if you asked me that like a year ago. Before we were literally one of the first few to bring on Atabe back when the prices were almost doubled. We're talking they only had the Vinos, the Brujos, and the Delirios as like their main sizes. And instead of being like 20, 25, and 30, it was like I forget the exact price, it was like 45, 55, and 60 or something crazy.
So sans price point.
Whoa,
Yeah.
bro.
No joke, yeah. And we just for some reason had a lot of guys that bought into it. We did an early on United event, and like a few guys would just buy a box of it like a month and just smoke through it. Because I mean, those are fucking amazing cigars.
They are.
But double the price point, that's hard to stomach unless you don't give a fuck about money. But back then it was just that, and for the longest time we only did Atabays and a little bit of Byron.
Lord Byron. Dude, the Byron
Yes, sir.
is good. I like the Adbay better when I first smoked both, but I think
Yeah.
now I lean with Byron.
I'm the same way. Same
I don't
exact-
think I've had a Byron. I've only had the Bandoleros, which is a more modest price, I believe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm jealous, man, dude. First of all, Tyler, he's fucking 22 years old. Runs that shop in Houston, or
Run it.
whatever. You're manager now, right?
Yeah.
You're okay. 22 years old. Okay, you're in Texas, which has got to be one of the best cigar markets in the fucking U.S. Me, I gotta bust my balls in shithole Wisconsin, where nobody comes out here.
Yeah.
You get, all these reps coming through, all these brand owners, brand managers, fucking, I'm lucky if I get, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but I'm just jealous, man, because it seems like you have all the hot new releases, you get all the fucking people through there, and I'm jealous, man. We don't get a lot of stuff here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Trying to change that.
I do have to say, like with an effort that you're putting forward of trying to change just in the dead zone a bit that Wisconsin sounds to be,
Yeah.
that probably will make all the difference. But here you can easily tell the shops that know they have the ability to utilize such a large market presence to get close to the reps, get close to the brand owners, the brand managers, the principals of the accounts, and not even like get close in a slimy way, but just like talk with them, up with them, say, hey, if you're ever in here in Houston, come stop by, and if you're one, a big enough shop, or two, a shop that puts in the effort enough, they'll already be doing that. But I mean, for the most part, when it comes to like a lot of the new releases and stuff like that, it's just me keeping up with Half Wheels, keeping up with
Yeah.
Postage, whatever. Now then, if they put anything out, keeping up on Instagram, Cigar Noise, just any social media or any marketability based platform where you can see stuff, see who's smoking what. And for like a few just recently, El Viejo Continente, Cigar Kings, and Hoja del Sol. You'll just see a random picture flow through your feed. Looks like a good band. Rapper looks good. You'll find their social media account. Say, hey, I run blah 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 shop. You have a rep. You have a presence in here. What's going on? Get some samples, and if they're good enough, you'll bring them in.
So, um, I'm gonna put a pin in that for a second. But
Yeah.
so talking about, so I started a Lake Country Cigars Instagram, and I went and followed a bunch of cigar makers,
Yeah.
and I followed a company called Blackbird. Is
Yeah.
that what they're called?
Yeah. We do a lot with that.
So he messaged me. He said, "Hey, can I send you a sampler?" And I said, "Well, first of all, um, so I said, yeah, you can go ahead. I gave him the address. He asked for an email. I gave him the owner's name, Matt Matheny, Matt and Michelle Matheny, and then I said, by the way, you're talking to Tyler Jeffrey. I didn't want to make it sound like I'm not the owner. I just
Yeah.
work there.
He
He's
said,
like, oh,
I'm talking Tyler Jeffrey, bitch.
well, I'm just letting them know who he's talking. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Remember it.
because I could have just opened up this Instagram and made up my own shop. You know what I'm
Right. Yeah,
saying?
exactly. 100%.
To get free samples. So I told him, and he's like, I said, hey man, I seen you in pictures. You're famous. I'm like, LOL, whatever. And then I said, like, psych or something like that. And then I said, I think I said like, I might have. I think I said something about the
Here's the link
cigars.
to
but-
my Snapchat.
Yeah, like premium Snapchat.
And then he's like, no, for real, you are famous. I'm like, okay, this is weird. So, but he's gonna send us some cigars to try. But here's where I'm at. So I almost feel, so he's sending me cigars. I'm gonna try them.
Yeah.
Okay, I like them. Now, let's say I like them. I've heard you said you sell a lot of them.
Yep.
I'm in a weird position. So, I try them. I like them. It's September, October. Now's really, we had our summer. It's gonna start getting cold. We're not gonna be selling a shitload of cigars. So now it's kind of a bad time to bring a brand in. So, it's gonna be, even if I really do like them, it's gonna be tough to bring them in now. It'd be
Yeah.
something like
Oh,
I go to I bring it in January, February, and have them ready for the spring and summer. But so do I try the cigars and like them and tell them, hey man, I'm gonna have to wait a few months to get in, or do I tell them, no, don't send me any samples. We're not looking for new brands right now. It's a weird position. I don't want to feel like I'm just taking your samples, but me and the owner are gonna sit down. We're gonna smoke them. If they blow us away, yeah, we'll probably bring them in right now. But and let's say they're really good, it's just a bad time to bring in cigars in Wisconsin right now. It's just a weird, it's a weird situation.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually probably one of the things I was going to bring up was, if you didn't start just out as heavy as you were, I was going to ask about bringing in new cigars right at the turn of winter. Because down here, like, that's where we start smoking cigars. Just
Yeah.
because, I mean, now it's probably about like a high of 78, low 80s on a daily basis, which is nuts. But we are just now getting to the point where people are using the outside patio all the time. People are grabbing sticks and going. They're not just sitting around smoking cigars.
Well,
Here?
Tyler Pops, when you bring in a new brand, do you guys have usually an event night where you're running discounts and whatnot?
No, we do have locker members, and we offer a bigger discount to them. But like, let's say cigar company offers, for an introduction deal, buy X get X free, buy X get Y free. we'll take one of the boxes that we got for free and we'll give them out to the locker members. Hey, try the cigar on us. If you like them, please support that brand or whatever. But no, we don't do like like something with Mo, like with Patina. I think they did we did an event at Havana, the old shop I worked at, pretty quick after about 6 months after we brought him in. We try to have a little bit of an introduction, but
Yeah.
we don't have like a night. And Tyler, do you guys have a full bar
We
at your
actually
shop?
don't. I want to go back to Blackbird, so let's not get too far away from that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
here in Houston, there are a total of two, maybe three cigar bars, because
Okay.
two things happen. Legislation, permitting, licensing is a pain in the ass for some reason. I forget the exact specifics. We've never looked into it. But two, it used to be not allowed, and just about every cigar shop was built upon the BYOB policy. And
Mm.
after it changed and it became just more difficult instead of impossible, we had a few shops switch over, two to be specific, switch over to a BYOB, and overnight, in both of them, close to 80% of their cigar locker member population just disappeared. Like, they closed their lockers, they took all their booze out of it because that's what most people use their lockers for here. Took all their
Mm.
booze out of it. They went and found other shops. One did that pretty close to us, so we picked up a lot of new locker members. But yeah, not a whole lot of places do bars down here in Houston.
Okay, yeah, because for us in Wisconsin, it's the busy times of summer. People are out golfing, they're out, it's outside more.
Yeah,
But the shop I work at now, we have a lot of beer. We actually have a really good beer selection, but it's like self-serve kind of deal.
gotcha.
So one thing I want to do is the old shop I worked at, we had a full bar, and I'm trying to talk. I think you guys met Matt at the show. I want Matt to open a bar. I think that'd be help us get more business in the summer. Because another thing, or in the winter, I mean, because we're also expanding our hours. Now you said something about Blackbird. You wanted to say?
Well, yeah, but Matt, that's the owner of your shop.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I met him like night 2 or 3 when I was just walking through the Circle Bar area. You're sitting with him.
yeah,
But
Matt's good shit.
oh yeah, but back to Blackbird. Blackbird Cigar is the only company. This might have happened before my time, but the only company to just cold call, walk into the shop, and here we don't have a problem with that. Some places, like, they might get pissed off if a brand owner or rep just no calls and shows up to the shop. Here,
Hmm.
stop by all the time. But Jonas, the guy that owns Blackbird, the main owner, just showed up one day. Said, "Hey, try our cigars. I'm Jonas. Make Blackbird cigars. I used to work with a guy named Pedro Batantes. He does Camaleon, Huevo de Oro. So we
Hmm.
sort of had like a connection, though. We had him in the shop. We tried his sticks out, and that was one of the first brands I've ever come across where right there, just right on the spot, we put down an order for their cigars.
Oh wow.
Very, very few times will we ever just have a guy in, smoke his stuff, place an order right there, but do know when you get them, if they're ready to smoke, whenever you do smoke them, they were one of the best new boutiques we had found in quite a while.
What factory do they use?
So I'm not sure of the name exactly, but he has his own factory. He distributes Dominican Big League and a few other small boutique Dominican cigars.
Hmm.
He used to distribute Huevo de Oro, but now Huevo is with Rockefeller. So yeah, he has basically what's his name? An old roller from LFD. Uh,
Okay.
Monte. I forget his last name exactly. He has the old LFD roller with him. They're doing all that stuff, and he just has his
Hmm.
own factory that he set up shop with.
In the DR?
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry, Dom, I'm kind of taking over your duties, but I got another question for my son here. Um,
Knock yourself out.
so when I think of Houston, the shop I think of is Stogie's, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's like because they have the Lanceros.
Oh yeah.
How far are they from you?
So if you were just to get in your car, leave our parking lot, and go to Stogie's, it's probably a 45-minute drive without traffic.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you add in traffic, it's like 50 minutes, hour 20, depending upon how fucked it is. So they're just far enough away, but not too far. Like I can go hang out there on the weekends if I get bored.
So you do check out other shops?
Oh yeah, I mean, like quite honestly, on probably at least a monthly basis, I'll just go around. Sometimes going like out of state, or since in Texas, out of state is oftentimes as far as driving, like Austin or Dallas. If you were in another state that's not as fucking massive, I'll
Fucking
go to
raining again.
yeah, I'll go like to different shops at least once a week, check out new places, meet new guys, smoke new sticks. But yeah,
I got
I'll do it fairly often.
I got my window cracked and it's raining again, guys. I don't care. Um,
Dude, for the
so
podcast.
yeah. So you guys, it sounds like you guys are far enough apart, but is there a lot of like, is it cutthroat down there, or do you guys all get
Not
along
really.
pretty well? Okay.
I would say we all get along pretty well, but at the same time, as much as or well as people can act in a face to face setting, who
Yeah.
knows what their thoughts and emotions are. Like whenever people come to our shops, hang out for sure, have fun, smoke something new. Whenever I go to other people's shops, I feel that same way. Behind closed doors, they might be saying, "Smoke ring
Fuck
dudes in here."
this guy.
Yeah, fuck them. But for me, that's not really how I feel. That's not how I feel others feel as well. They'd have to be doing a really good job to put on a fake smile if that was the case. But
So
that could,
so for our 12 listeners, in case you're wondering, we do video Skype, and so you can't see it, but Tyler, how long have we had bunk beds for?
so I've had bunk beds for
More than that, are you playing League of Legends or
that's
World
a
of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
Man,
nerd.
that's multitasking right there. Tyler Senior, you said you're trying to get a bar in the shop, or trying to convince the owner to get a bar in the shop. Are you gonna do a big house tobacco approach? You know, the Instagram account in Scranton, just tits and beer, and then a cigar
Yeah.
occasionally. They're pretty big on Instagram, I
I'm
think.
I'm not watching that. I mean, I do have cleavage, so maybe I could do something. But the one thing I've noticed about it's hard to find bartenders who can put up with smoke.
Yeah.
Based on my other job, but what I really like about the shop I work at like Country Cigars, is um, they've been there a long time. Even though Matt kind of inherited the staff, and they're all great, so obviously he's keeping them. But they've the experience level, So I don't know. We probably wouldn't go. We'd probably keep like the tobacco approach, versus having bartenders. I mean, so I don't know, but that's kind of a. I didn't really answer your question, but
So, what
All good.
exactly is the history of your shop, if you don't mind me cutting in?
so the old owners, Don and Mary Lynn, they they owned the shop for 20 years. My friend Matt worked there for on and on. Well, he worked there starting part time for about 12. He's been there for 12 years. He was part time for 5 years, and then 7 years ago he started full time. And he's like, hey, he's like, I'll come, I'll work full time, but just so you know, like my ultimate goal would be to own the place.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, absolutely. I think they're in their late 60s, so it was, they're ready to retire, and so Matt bought the place in June. So, um, for me, I haven't really talked too much about this, but I left my other shop. I was working there
Yeah.
40 hours a week, and then went down to 32. But I have another full-time job at a major U.S. airline, Southwest
Yep.
Airlines.
Yep.
So I was giving away my days there, to work at Havana, and then it got harder and harder to get people to work my shift because we had this one guy at work. He was paying people $40 to pick his shifts up, and my buddy, some of the people were like, "Why would I pick up your shift when I could pick up this guy's shift and make some extra money?"
Right.
So I had to start working more at the airport, and then me and Matt really became friends over the last year, and I think it's exciting to get on with a guy, early on, and kind of grow with him. We got a lot of really cool ideas. We just redid the whole shop with brand new furniture, and there's a lot of really cool, exciting stuff on the horizon. He just had the grand reopening on last Saturday. So Mo stopped in from Patina.
Yeah.
We had a lot of reps come in, and we gave away a lot of stuff. We had a lot of pizza, and it rained, so it wasn't, but it was packed. It was and it's just different coming from a bar
Right.
atmosphere versus a lounge atmosphere where we sell a lot of boxes of stuff. It's
Yeah.
funny. People come in, you're like, I'm looking for a box today. What should I try? And you just go out. You're like, so. Um, my right now I'm gonna be working there about 15 hours a week, 3 days a week. I'm the late night guy now. So before they used to close at 8. Now Thursday, Friday, Saturday we'll be open till midnight. So which is kind of cool, But it's about 15-minute farther drive. It's out in the boonies, kind of, but it's in a nice area. Milwaukee's nice, but this is kind of like a ritzier kind of area. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Well, Tyler, that brings up one of my topics. You said in Wisconsin it's kind of tough sledding, if you will, with the cigar industry compared to Texas. I was
Mm.
at probably church 2 Sundays ago. They're talking about missionaries. It got me thinking, how many people have you converted to smoking cigars? Have you? Because I don't
Um,
think I've like in college, I would buy some cigars for my fraternity brothers. We'd celebrate, and I had one guy who bought a humidor, but since then he's gonna get married soon. I don't think he's smoked a cigar since.
I've gotten a couple guys from that I work with to get into cigars. A couple friends from high school, they come with me. Me and my dad started right around the same time, but and I'm sure Tyler can attest to being a tobacconist. What my goal is, you know, I'm trying to I'm trying to make the business more money so Matt can, because Matt's got 3 kids, and you're trying to. So my thing is, there's a few ways that you can make more money at the shop. So it's one, upsale, two, uh, expand your customer base, which usually is steal customers or whatever. So what I try to do is I try to take the guy who smokes one cigar a week. I try to make it come into the tobacconist, come to Lake Country Cigars as an experience. I think as I think we sell experiences, we don't sell cigars. Any geek off the street can ring up your cigar. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you in the cigar lifestyle. So I'm trying to get you to hang out more. I'm trying to get you to, instead of smoking one cigar while you're there, smoke 2 cigars, or smoke 2 cigars a week. So I'm always trying to build that up. So it's more of a lifestyle than just, um, special occasion, weddings or something like that. Like I went to a wedding last week and I brought a box of cigars and I got quite a few people to try it, and so I think converted. I think I've converted a lot of people from the occasional cigar smoker to the semi-regular.
Well, I think
What about?
the wintertime would almost help with that because no one's going to be on their patio smoking a cigar. They'd have to go into a shop, find a lounge.
Right.
Yeah, because for me, it's like if you're not offering anything, why would you buy from us? We're going to be a little more expensive than the online cigar market because of the upkeep and the cost of cable and staff and it's we have to offer something that online, and that's what we specialize in. Is we're a very knowledgeable staff. I think going to the trade show helps out a lot. I think going to Nicaragua, going to like I went to Honduras. It's bringing in the face. Like when Mo was there, Mo can sit there and tell you how he blended that cigar. He can tell you why he picked you know
Believe
Seiko
it,
Visa
tobacco company.
Lajero. Yeah, or why he can explain to you the tobaccos he used and why he used them. So I think that's an experience you can't get. You could actually ask your questions. So that's what we have a lot of events, at Lake Country Cigars. And um, what about you, Tyler? Have you converted many people?
Oh yeah,
In,
yeah, a decent amount. But I actually have a question for you, Tyler. For both shops you've worked at, first, in both places, how many other employees have been there? And then secondarily, how the quality been at both places?
the quality of the staff?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's that's a tough question to answer. I would say at the first shop I worked at, the owner has smoked. He smokes a lot of cigars, mostly Cuban. He's been smoking for a long time. His girlfriend runs the shop, and she used to smoke cigars, but they kind of hurt her chest, so she does a lot of the Nat Sherman hint of mints.
Sure.
And then the employees there, they're mostly part timers, so they don't, one shift or two shifts a week, so they're mostly bartenders. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sure.
Or they're casual cigar smokers. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying
Right.
they're just
The
not. They're
classification.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not into it like I am. Like this is like a passion,
Right.
for me. I will say I did work with a guy who works at another shop in town. He went to the trade show with me 3 years ago. He hasn't been to the trade show since with his new company, but he's been to Nicaragua, the Perdomo factory, and he knows his stuff too. So he was really good. But like one of my good friends at who still works at Havana, he's a principal, and he works two shifts, 2 nights a week. So it's like he smokes mostly the same thing, the Nat Sherman, Timeless, 6x60, Nicaraguan, and then the My Father, Florida La Centilla. So, but, I understand why he can't be the same level I am,
Right.
He's a fucking principal, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And then so where the staff I work at now, or the shop I work at now, it's, so a lot of people would work at Havana for the tips. You got good tips there, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
So where Lake Country, it's kind of it's weird. It's like an honor system kind of thing, which I have to get used to. Is so you
Sure.
go in there, you grab a cigar, and they put the wrapper, the cello in their pocket. They go grab their own beer, and they save the bottle cap. And then at the end of the night, they come and bring you that. Uh,
Really?
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, people are taking advantage of that,
Oh.
and
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. But it's like, oh well, they're like, I had a cigar, and it's funny how many people can't remember how much it was or what size it was.
Right.
So I'd rather just like start you a tab, and then you come and close
Exactly.
out when you're done. So
Yeah,
that's
we do
one
that
thing I've
so
been.
frequently. Tabs are life here almost. But they walk
Yeah,
up to the counter and they give you the barcode, or you can look at the cigar first.
yeah. So we don't have that. We just type in the price of a cigar. It's like
Right.
a old school.
We used to be that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing Matt I think is going to upgrade eventually. So we have to label every cigar that comes in with a price, which is a
Sure.
pain in the ass. But um,
What did you do for unselled ones?
uh,
Back of the band?
back of the band or like with Liga, we just have a sheet up there that tells you,
Okay,
or the
gotcha.
humidor is right by the register, so we'll just walk in there, or they'll tell us the price, and we trust them.
Okay, gotcha.
Dom, did you have anything you wanted to add? You said you converted a couple of college friends. You said.
Yeah, but I don't think it stuck. Just when we were in college, we had a party. Usually, the guys who were doing security, I'd offer them a cigar. I'd be out there too, smoking.
Security.
Hey,
Um,
that's a real deal. We had our landlord, who lived a block away, try to come into our house, and we said, no, sorry, we need like 24 hours in advance notice. She said, no, there's 200 people inside. And we're just like, no, we're having a get-together. What did we say? We said we were celebrating our friend's movie that he just did. He had like a class project.
Yeah.
And we said, no, ma'am, there's not 200 people inside. I wish there were 200 people inside. That would
Yeah.
poppin'. But and then I was trying to call my mom because she was a lawyer, wake her up. Just like, can she come in? This isn't legal, right? And so that was rough. So yeah, security's a real thing. Try to make sure everyone has a ride home, doing the responsible thing.
I got another question for Tyler. So going back to, we're talking about cigar markets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We did. I saw recently you did the potluck event with Tatuaje.
Yeah.
Now, so for my shop, I was working on that, or my old shop I worked at. I've been wanting to do an event with Dan, Surrogate
Yeah.
Dan Welsh, forever. You know, for us, it's a big buy-in for a really, for
it
a
really is.
smallish,
Yeah.
a small company like Tatuaje. Now, for you, I'm sure that's whatever, but
Well,
for me, it's like I had go on.
Oh, no. The only thing I was going to say is that was a big buy-in because we don't, at our shop, we'll have at least a box of everything. So if somebody walks in, they get a box, unless it's back ordered. But if we can help it, we have a box of everything. So we don't order more than 5 boxes of anything unless it's like a Padron 2000. We do much more of like a monthly rotation where I'll order because I'm the only one that does ordering. So we'll only order what we can sell in a certain period of time. So like even with the Tatawahe order, it was big, but it wasn't too big. It wasn't like absurd. So that was probably more Tatawahe than we've ever ordered at once.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't undoable.
Okay. So I had to talk to, and then they were kind of worried, they wanted to know, like who does this benefit the most, the shop,
Right.
the Tatuaje, the customers, and, so I'm like, okay. He's like, how about this? He's like, I want you to sell 40 boxes. I'm like, whoa. I've never done an event where I think most of the events we sell 10 to 15 boxes. And
Right.
I'm like, I gotta sell 40. So he's like, how about you pre-sell them? So I pre-sold before the event 28 boxes, and then about 24 of the potlucks. We got 35 of them, and that was the most fun. I mean, it was a lot of work. Like it took me 3 months of planning, and marketing, and hitting up my regulars and calling favors, like people who never buy boxes of cigars. I'm like, please. It's like. So, like, the joke at Havana was, this is a Save Tyler's Job event, because it was such a big order. And then we tacked on the potlucks, and I talked to Dan. I'm like, what do you guys like? I've seen the tender chop or the pork tenderloin and the pork chop. What do you have? They're like, oh well, we got a potluck thing. So I'm like, but dude, people went nuts for that event.
Right.
We sold all of the potlucks like in the first hour, but I mean, I cheated because we had pre-sold like almost 30 of them or 25 of them before the event even started. But it
Yeah.
was a great time. How did it go for you?
Press, wait, did you have a question, Tom?
Yeah, you just checked your gun, make sure you didn't have anything in the chamber. What are you doing? You're playing World of Warcraft. You're cleaning your weapons. What's going on, man?
Brand
I
new.
didn't see that part.
Yeah, you're too busy just rambling on.
It's an enigma.
On.
It's an enigma over here on this end. But
You can probably put away your flashlight too. We don't have to see that either.
I thought
Well,
Tyler was talking
that was
too
ne-
much. You're getting tired. You just had to end it.
He's checking his. He's on the gram. He's tweeting. He's
yeah,
on the
doing everything.
the MeWe. Yeah. So tell me
No, but
about
yeah.
your potluck event.
So the way our potluck event went was, we didn't do any pre-selling. We basically just had like a huge hype build-up. So most events we use MailChimp, we use Instagram, Facebook. We normally will post only about a week out before an event happens. Just because we don't want people. I mean, even in the best case scenario, let's say we have like a 3 times bigger event than we ever could have imagined. We never want to have people saying, "Oh, I know we're going to have let's say a Huevo de Oro event. We just had one. And then we're going to have a Huevo de Oro event in 3 weeks. So I'm not going to buy any cigars and buy a million come Huevo de Oro, right?"
Yeah.
So we only do about a week out advertisement, and that's what people are pretty familiarized with. So they'll know to be waiting that Thursday morning email, Instagram post, whatever, to know what's going to be coming up the following week. So Tatawahe was different. We did about a month out preparation, so that for the guys who are tat whores, which we surprisingly enough don't have a lot of here in Houston, Dallas, it's nuts. We have so many
Yeah.
S members in Dallas, but Houston, it's not super prolific. But regardless, so we did a lot of far out advertising, and the way we did it was we had a dollar number buy-in to get to the potlucks.
I was going to ask you about that. What was the
Yeah.
dollar amount? Can you?
So we said 250 before any discount. And in an event, we do 15% off boxes for just regular Joe Blows and 20 for box members. So an extra 5%. Nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but a decent amount. I mean, that's more than you'll find on most websites for a whole selection of cigars, right? But we did basically the extra discounts. On top of that, we had all the raffles. We did 2 potluck bundles as raffle items as well, if you bought boxes. So we did a lot of incentivization to hit that number. You got three or four free cigars, free cutter, free lighter, and they had a chance to win all this stuff. But on top of that, same thing at our shop that you do up at Lake. We do a lot of educating across the board.
Mhm.
We don't just sell cigar and tell them to fuck off. We tell them about the cigar if they're interested. So for a lot of the guys, older dudes who either don't care to learn or who have too much money to learn about new stuff, or people who don't come in enough, we just started telling them about it, how special it is, and how basically first off, it was the first potluck ever in Houston, so we just got to throw that tag around. Didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Sounds cool to people.
Yeah.
But then there probably won't be a potluck in Houston for a while, and there's only 10 to 13 a year. So we basically just built up the hype, and people already knew Tatawahe for the quality they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, this is off topic, but I forget. Do you drink at all?
Both of us? Me?
Tyler Jr.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like a crazy drinker. I'm sort of like the guy who smokes Romeo and Juliet's in terms of where his progression is when it comes to drinking.
Okay.
I have it.
The White Claw.
Yeah, I have
Claw,
it.
then, right?
No, I mean that I have like the interest in drinking, but I don't care so much to learn about what else is out there, and I don't drink enough to go out and, let's say, chase Buffalo Trace's age limited collection or crazy stuff to grow my palate. I think you might be muted, Dom.
No, I'm good.
I think Dom
Can you hear
muted
me
himself.
now?
Yeah, there you go. You're all
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Okay.
Dom muted himself.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan does Sober October, where he, with a few buddies, he doesn't drink all October, and they have a challenge as well, something they have to do that's difficult. So I'm trying to do that, except for I have like 2 exception dates, Oktoberfest, and I'm going to a concert. But is there something cigar related you can do for the month of October? I think Tyler Sr. mentioned like, oh, smoke only infused cigars. I don't want to do that. Something difficult but doable.
I think I have a good one. I think you could do like for something that's meaningful. You could do like you have to make it alliterative or make it sound cooler, but boutiques only October. Or
That's all I smoke. So how about big
Yeah.
brand only?
well, no, I mean, but we're the major minority. Let's say we're the major minority. So if we're talking
Yeah.
about for guys who are listening to this podcast, yeah, that we have to rethink that. But
Oh, I got it.
Some ideas I had were something new in the shop that you haven't smoked yet every day. I mean, this doesn't work for you guys because you probably have smoked everything in your shop.
right.
Or
No, I
could
haven't.
do
I've only been there a month or 2.
could do A to Z. Start with a cigar that starts with the letter A. What are you doing, Tyler?
Don't worry about it.
So just a cigar with a different letter every day. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Something for a challenge.
It's a bit hard because I mean, yeah, the principle of sober October is to abstain from doing what sober October is all about. We're not fucking doing that.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, Joe Rogan
Yeah.
also has like a running challenge. He adds on to that. So I'm trying to think something. You can still smoke cigars, but something that you wouldn't do normally.
Yeah, Dom, you can stop pretending to have a girlfriend.
Ah, that's right.
I don't think that's gonna go over very well.
Oh man.
Only
Holy
60 ring gauge cigars the whole month.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gordos are Vitolas too, guys.
Gordos are Vitolas too.
As
Oh,
Cigar Coop says.
I'm trying to think. That is a hard one because I mean,
My
do
car
have-
is drenched.
Could do only $10 and under for the full month.
yeah, that's
That'd be
a good
tough.
direction. Yeah.
I mean, there are some good cigars still, but I don't know.
But before or after my discount?
Yeah.
All right. Changing gears here. So initially, when we started doing a podcast, we wanted Tyler to be a founding member, and he totally fucking blew us off.
Hey, wait. Okay.
We
So
were
I
doing we were doing a little mock thing, and we're all ready, and I'm like, Dom, have you heard from Tyler? And he's like, no. He's like, have you heard from him? I'm like, no. And then like, I messaged him, and an hour later, like, oh, sorry, dude, I was like, I was at work. It's like, well, why'd you agree to the time if you're going to be working? So just explain that to our listeners.
To our audience, they've been waiting so many weeks for us
You're
to
gonna get
figure
struck by
this out.
lightning.
For lying. It wasn't me. No. What had happened was the past 2 months, we've gone through about 5 new employees. We'd hire one, flake out, hire one, flake out. Like the 2 months, I was just busy as fucking. I'd either be at the shop on days I wasn't supposed to, or I just straight up forget about it.
Yeah, it really sucks when you have a flake, right?
Were
And it
you?
does.
Are you salary or hourly?
So right now I'm hourly.
Okay, so that's fine then. If
Right,
you're
right.
working Or so. All right. Well,
But no, it's mainly because nobody I know is going to listen to this until I say this. But for the most part at the shop, we only have, well, now that we have a finalized one, we basically have 4 employees. So there's me, manager, then we have a guy that works the weekdays with me, and 2 guys for the weekends. And basically the other 3 guys are either new-ish, and I'm in the process of still like training them. Which, I mean, it's not really like training in the traditional sense. It's just smoking cigars with them, building their palate, tell them what to do. And then the third guy's a kid that goes to college, and his heart used to be in it, but he's been here for about 2.5 years. So yeah, whenever we get like a new guy or somebody that has to run the ropes, it's like me or the owner if the owner's in town. That's where that main
So,
like additional time comes in.
well, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't want you, some 20-year-old, 22-year-old punk kid, to train me on cigars. Like, I can't.
You're
I
gonna
can't
you're gonna
imagine-
want to pair this with some Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah. How do the customers? Because like at Havana,
Yeah.
most of the people are over 40. Most of them are in their 50s.
Yeah.
So one guy told me straight out, he's like, "Don't you ever make a fucking recommendation to me again." I'm like, "Oh."
Jesus Christ.
He's like, "I've been smoking cigars longer than you've been alive." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm older than I look, guy, and so he got really hammered. He's like, "Hey, man, I shouldn't have said that. I respect your recommendations," and but it was fucking funny.
Wait, he apologized to you after he got
While-
hammered, or he was
while
hammered
drunk,
when
yeah.
he said that to you?
He got hammered and apologized to me.
Perfect.
When he is actually vulnerable. But for the most part, it's not that big of an issue. In the beginning, it semi was, but the manager that we had while I was starting out was super well respected, and he built. What are you shaking your head for? Your car's getting wet?
My fucking interior.
I thought I was good. Everybody at home, send your thoughts and prayers for Tyler's car. Tyler's old car.
2002 Park Avenue. Leather interior. It's only cracked a little bit.
A little
One's
bit.
got to be right. Yeah, it'll be all right.
But the manager who used to be here really helped build my reputation to get past, like, let's say the
Age.
age part of it, but like the introductory part where you would have guys who might actually think about saying something like what they said to you. So I got a pretty good reputation. Then basically everybody at the shop brings their friends there if they're new to smoking cigars, and the reputation has been built up enough to where like I'm the guy at the shop. So
Well, this one guy who said this to me, he talked about how, like,
Right.
when me and my dad were customers at Havana, he asked my dad how many cigars he smokes a week. My dad's like, 3. He's like, 3? I smoked 3 before breakfast. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Cal sounds wrecked.
Yeah.
And I recommended to him Roma Craft. He likes smaller cigars, so I recommended the Chromat. He likes full body, super full body, strong cigars. I recommend Roma Craft. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be fucking perfect. I'm like, and then he didn't like it. He's like, I'll stick to my Punch Diablo.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, what do you got from AJ? So I eventually got him on Charter Oak, Rothschild, but he likes. It's like, dude, I know you don't have a good palate if you're telling me you don't like the fucking Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal.
Right.
Well,
right.
Maybe if you guys weren't follically challenged and grew a beard, maybe they'd think you're a little bit older.
Yeah.
Respect your opinions.
I literally haven't shaved in like 6 months.
At least, yeah, for me it's been years.
Well,
But-
okay,
Yeah.
this brings me to the next analogy. If goatees were a cigar, what would they be?
Well, wait. In your mind, what's a goatee? You're just talking about a hair around your mouth and down to your chin?
Yeah. Is there a different goatee?
Oh God. Yeah, what goatee are you talking about, guy?
Like just a soul patch? Soul patch would have been a good one too.
I wasn't sure exactly how full of a goatee we're talking about, like soul patch and everything, or just you got a circle. That's a hard one.
That is hard. Do you have one, Dom?
No, I didn't even write that down. I just
Just
I
pop
thought it
into
would.
the noggin.
That's a
I thought I'd
good
put
one.
the pressure on you guys.
Well, it's because like the goatee isn't too super characteristic. Like if you said a soul patch or like a handlebar mustache, I could easily answer that.
I think
Or like-
goatees like it's a little bit of an intimidating type of look. I think.
JFR 770 Maduro.
Extreme Asylum 6x60 Maduro.
680.
Oh god. I'd have to go
Yeah.
Asylum. I
Yeah.
think of a goatee. I think of Asylum.
I think
Fair.
that's a good one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, so on Small Batch, Dave West just posted an article this week for leather cigars that kind of have leather notes to them.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, when you guys taste leather in a cigar, is that something positive? Is it negative? In between? Because off the top of my head, I think negative. But if I'm wearing a leather jacket, I mean, I like the smell of leather. I usually don't like it
Yeah.
in my cigar.
You do have an oversized leather coat you wear.
I
Yeah.
do, yes.
Was it your dad's? Was it passed on from generation to generation?
No, it
Or
was
was it a
for
really
me.
good deal?
It was a gift.
I think of when I think of leather, I think of a silverback gorilla in a form-fitting leather coat, smoking an Asylum 6x60
With a goatee.
with a goatee. Yeah.
Wait, oversized is better than tight.
You think so?
No,
I'm
bro.
not trying to roll up with
Yeah.
this spandex inner leather jacket.
I'll tell you what, guys. So I've lost 60 pounds.
Jeez.
So I'm wearing clothes. Yeah, I'm wearing clothes I haven't worn in years.
Yeah.
Dude, I am digging the form-fitting shirts.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I still got man boobs and a pretty big stomach. But I'm like, you know, I
God
like
damn.
Get us some Instagram likes.
Yeah.
I will because bro, when you're morbidly obese like I am, I am still morbidly obese.
Right.
I would wear these big dress shirts and they look like fucking gowns, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm digging like now I can start wearing like instead of 4X tall, I'm wearing like 3X or 2X, you know. What I'm most excited about is wearing fucking cigar industry shirts. I could never find any that fucking
Yeah.
fit me.
Yeah.
You know, like foundation. I could start wearing those foundation shirts because they actually fit me now.
Well, don't lose too much weight because you gotta still shave your head, grow out that goatee so you can be
Right.
Sokka for Halloween.
Yeah. You got to do that.
Oh, Sokka. Yeah, I'm like 2 feet taller than Sokka.
Same thing. But leather. Back to
Yes.
leather. I do have to
What
say,
is that?
like a rest bar.
For
Like a
serious
wrist
gamers
bar.
only.
Yeah.
He sits on that.
Yeah. Vertically. But what I do have to say is there's some interesting time I got to spend with Brian of Illusione Cigars. We did a lot of talking about different palettes around the world because that was something I was pretty interested in. And two things not super popular, but if we just said based on however many individuals smoke cigars in the United States, whether it's a Romeo and Julieta or it's a Patina, just two ends of the spectrum.
Mhm.
What do they like? And a lot of people in the United States dislike spice in a rugged, earthy leatheriness. And that's just because
Mhm.
our palates are much more prone to smoother, sweeter stuff. So for me, whenever I first started smoking, like I didn't like a lot of Illusione cigars, just because it has that Aganorsa Jalapa, that spice, a
Mhm.
lot more of that sort of rugged aficionado profile to it. Well, I'd say when it comes to leather, yeah, it's something that's definitely going to be a hit or a miss. But if used well, like I think Aganorsa and Illusione, you do really well in that one-off. If done well, I enjoy it quite a bit.
Dom is forever not allowed to do a fucking podcast in a cigar shop.
Is it? Can you guys hear it on your end?
Yeah.
Popping off.
Now, okay, I will admit.
Our listeners are gonna think that's Tyler just going crazy.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So I'll admit, when I smoke cigars, I don't really sit there and think about it. I'm working. I'm running around the
Yeah.
shop.
Oh yeah.
I'm driving my car. You know, I'm eating. That's one thing I'm going to try to get better at is sitting down and just think about the cigar, not my problems, not about how
Right.
sexy I'm going to look when I drop another 50 pounds.
Goddamn right.
I gotta start. I gotta do what Nerd Tyler does. Oh yeah, I forgot that's at the trade show. You were
Yeah.
Nerd Tyler. I was Cool Tyler.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
That's it.
That's what's gonna be forever now. Yeah, yeah.
Nerd Tyler or Cool or
Nerd
Fat
Tyler and
Tyler.
Cool Tyler and Nerd Tyler.
Yeah. So I gotta be a little bit Nerd Tyler and have a little book with me. Um,
You saw my picture. You saw my book, right?
yeah, I saw your Instagram, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. And I don't even know if I like the picture. I was like, fuck this guy, he's doing too much, making me look bad. I'm 15 years older than him. Um, but like, I don't really sit there and think like, I don't even know if I've tasted leather. I probably have, but I just haven't thought about it. So my resolution is, I need to start thinking about the cigar more and not just smoking it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%. I'll get that way sometimes, where like I'll be doing the same thing. But like here at our shop, everybody does everything. It's not like being the manager. I just get to fuck off. I probably could if I wanted, but I can't do that. So I'm in the
You
lounge.
have um, you have character. What's the word? Good work ethic. We'll go with that.
I gotta let all 12 listeners know before I go on. But
Yeah.
whenever I'm in like the humidor stalking and stuff, I'll get to the point where I'll smoke like half the stick. I'll just be puffing on it just to get the smoke out of my face, or just because I want to be smoking something or whatever. And I'll have to sit there and say, "Oh fuck, I've been doing this for like a day or two." Or let's say I forget to actually enjoy a cigar. I just light it up. I just walk
Sit
around with
back, sit back, and enjoy the now.
it.
I mean, when I started the cigar analogies, I wasn't trying. My whole point was I'm not going to be telling you all these different flavor notes. I'm just going to tell you if it's good or not.
Right.
But what I like about the small batch blind reviews is I'm forced to
The free
actually like
cigars.
think of the. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's the only reason I do it. But no, I'm actually thinking about what I'm tasting, what the experience is like.
So Dom does reviews, and he lives in California. And he doesn't get to smoke much, so he does not have a rotation. Um, Tyler, do you have a rotation that you have a so-called rotation of cigars you smoke?
Well, not really. Just because the way I did it in the beginning was when I first started working, was I smoked through the whole humidor just
Mm-hmm.
randomly, and then as I've gone back through, I've just picked out different things somebody will ask me about. Like let's say I'm in there and somebody says, "Hey, I love the like the 2012 by Oscar of that
Great
Corojo."
cigar. The
Yeah, like
Corojo. Yeah.
what should I smoke that's like it? And in my mind, I'll have a decent idea. I'll remember it to a degree, but I'll say, "Oh shit, I haven't smoked that in a while." Or if it's been 5 6 months since I've tried a 2012 Corojo. I'll go back and smoke it, and I'll say, "God damn, this was great." The other thing, same thing happened when I smoked Caldwell Blind Man's Bluff watching a movie at night, and smoked it in like eight,
Habano?
nine. Oh yeah,
Okay.
because this was before the Maduro came out. But it'd been like 6 months since I smoked it, and I just picked it up because I recognized that, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is such a great cigar. Why have I not tried it?" And I just try to smoke something I haven't smoked in a while, or can't remember the last time I really went through it.
So I wouldn't say I have a rotation.
Yeah, yeah,
I would say I have a go-to cigars. And then, so like my go-to cigars, if let's say I have something and I'm like, this doesn't taste right. Is it my palate? Is it me?
yeah.
I'll smoke. I smoke a lot of patina, especially the Habano. I like the Connecticut a lot, but the patina, I would say, if I had a rotation, I call it my go-tos, but patina Habano, um, Roma Craft Neanderthal HN is I would say people always ask my favorite cigar. Well, I'm like, is price an issue, or I mean,
Yeah,
you look because my number one cigar is the 80-year Padron Maduro.
for sure.
But like a regular everyday smoke, it's a Neanderthal HN. Um, Foundation, Elbow Once,
Yep.
the Corojo wrapper binder filler, a little bit of Criollo 98 and filler that's in there, and then the Tat J21
Yep.
reserve I love. So I would say I wouldn't call it a rotation. It would just say if I'm in the humidor, I'm like, what do I want? I don't know what I'm feeling. I grab one of those four, or if it's my palate doesn't feel right, I'll go with something I'm comfortable with. It's a nice sweater.
Right. Right.
a nice comfy sweater.
Yeah.
Those 4 cigars are in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Those are fucking great ones. Like the J21, I could buy the box of that just because of the way the cigar and the box looks. I just like the presentation of it.
Gorgeous.
It really is.
Oh, one time I smoked 3 of them back to back to back, and
Yeah.
it was super enjoyable until I got heartburn. But those that J21 is magical. Big um, big fan.
Wait, Dom, you're not going to steal my heartburn segue. Fuck off. Tyler,
Go ahead.
either one of you guys, when was the last time you felt sick from smoking? How long has it been for you guys?
Oh man.
We're not talking like actually throwing up, but just saying, oh shit, I'm smoking this too quickly, or getting the sweats, or just feeling it.
I had a Neanderthal yesterday.
Wait, Dom, you're muted again, I think.
I had a Neanderthal the other day, and I'm like, I should have ate something. My stomach, like, I had to go eat a couple of crackers because my stomach was like, but like, when I make that switch to a Neanderthal, that's all I'm smoking the rest of the night. The Huxley, the Shallow Gene Pool, and the HN. But another one, I forget, that's probably it's in my top 5 favorite cigars, is Genetic Deformity.
Yeah.
I have 2 boxes chilling in my humidor. That's a great cigar. It's the Neanderthal Shallow Gene Pool side, but with the Aquitaine, the Ecuador Habano Ligero, and the Connecticut Broadleaf Barber Pole down there. That cigar is full body, full flavor, full strength. I love that cigar.
So, wait, I swear I'm not calling you out. This is a genuine curiosity. I forgot the last time I read the blend. It is a Connecticut broadleaf, but not a San Andreas Barber Pole. So I had somebody debating me on that, and I stuck to my guns. Yeah, I stuck to my guns that it was broadleaf, but he was saying it was Mexican San Andreas, and I was like, oh fuck. Then I forgot to actually check. Yep.
It's got the binder and the filler of the Neanderthal, but it's got the wrappers of the Aquitaine and Cro-Magnon.
That's what I fucking thought. All right, sorry. Continue.
No, that was it. Dom.
Yeah, I think like 2 months ago when they had the Gurkha event here, not simply because it was Gurkha, but I had 3 cigars that I planned on smoking that night, and then I switched to the Gurkha cigars because they're doing a raffle or something. But I was hungry. I hadn't eaten dinner, and that was rough.
Yeah,
getting the sweats.
Not bad.
Yeah, I just double checked. Connecticut Broadleaf and Ecuadorian Habano.
I had this conversation like 2 months ago. I just completely forgot to check because it was like 2 in the afternoon, and I got off work at 11:30. But you bringing that up sparked my memory. But good shit. Good shit. Yeah.
Dom, what are you smoking right now? Or what did you start with, and what are you smoking now?
I started with Regis. I had I don't know, is the normal black band. One of those.
I think that's their best one. Yeah.
Then I moved on to Red Label by Regis. Now I'm smoking by Archetype Axis Mundi.
Oh wait, really quick, Tyler. Do you have Archetype up at your shop?
No.
Okay. All right, we don't either. We sort of don't.
I want to try that one that Indiana Ortez blended, the Cycle 7 Nicaraguan or Cycle Nicaraguan.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those up next, I think.
Nice.
Do you have the Connecticut, or which ones you got?
Yeah, I grabbed the Connecticut because that's the only one she does, I think.
She does the Nicaraguan. I don't know. That's not a Connecticut.
No. I have the Nicaraguan, and I also got. Is it Maduro? They also do the black.
Yeah.
It's not the blue because the Nicaraguan's the blue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the other one, and I haven't smoked the other one yet.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I reached for the Nicaraguan because I follow her on Instagram.
On the gram.
For reasons, yeah.
For reasons.
Did you see she was smoking in an ice bath?
Yeah.
And
that's something.
Is that supposed to allow you to taste the flavors more?
No, it was for something. I remember seeing the story, then the post later on. It was for a reason. I don't think it was a palatable reason.
Okay, I couldn't figure that out. Like maybe your brain just shuts down everything except for what you can taste.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it sometime.
Well, since you guys asked, I started off with a 8-year-old Alec Bradley
I really don't care, Tyler.
family blend. Because I got this bad reputation that I'm a Roma Craft groupie. I only smoke Tatawahe and all these smaller brands.
Did you get that
So I did
reputation
the
in your shop?
Oh yeah, the Matt
Yeah.
bust my balls. He's like, oh, you got a cutter, and I give him my Roma Craft cutter.
Yeah,
He's like,
same.
oh, of course.
Yeah,
It's a great. They got the best. I have like every Roma Craft cutter, lighter, travel.
Yeah.
I have two
Same
each
here.
of the travel humidors. I just love their swag and getting to go down to Skip's factory and then
Right.
hanging out with Skip at his house. What the fuck? I got this new cat and she is fucking nuts. She's gonna fall off the balcony and I'm just gonna let her go. Um,
Right.
she's clawed me like 10 times already.
Yeah,
But
fuck her.
anyways,
Down to
Fuck her.
8 lives.
yeah. So that family blend, it's 8 years old. I don't know what it was. This wasn't drawn very well. So I moved to a trade show sample I got, which I'm actually really enjoying. It's the aging room bin number 2. Excuse me. I can't read that. Bin number 2, 100% Nicaraguan. It says. I'm digging it, man. It's got a nice, smooth retro hail.
Okay.
It's a great cigar, yeah.
Before I move on to aging room, I smoked like 2 Roma Crafts at my shop when I first started. Posted on Instagram about it and bought their cutter. After that, if I even fucking bring up anything Roma Craft related, I just get called a fanboy, suck up. I barely even talked about Roma Craft before that had happened. Same thing with Tatawahe. Join the S&S club, get one of the packs, use their cutter. Everybody just calls you the fanboy. That's all you are. I did nothing. But
Hey,
yeah, sorry, go ahead, Dom.
yeah, no, I would say it's not a bad thing being any of those fanboys,
No, not at all.
especially Romacraft. Like after that party they throw every year, the party they throw is
Oh,
off the chains.
banging.
What did I just hear? What was that? Is that RuneScape?
It's in the background. I keep turning my mic off, so got some nice background music.
You're gonna get copyright striked. You're done for.
Who is that? Pink Floyd?
No,
Yeah, I can't even tell what that is. Yeah.
So our friends of the program, Sultans of Smoke podcast, they've been giving us some shout outs because they're sponsored by CigarNoise, and obviously we're the CigarNoise boys. Rich, Mukau Rich, really wanted to see me and you fight,
Yeah.
and
It got postponed.
and it got well. Hey, I'm not a big fighter, and it wouldn't even be fair. 'Cause I'm 6'3", I'm
Right.
fucking ripped.
Right.
I don't want to go to jail in Vegas,
For everybody who's listening, we have video, so I can verify these facts. Yeah.
And first of all, you blew me off at the show because you're with your owner.
That might be true. That might be true.
And I saw you. It was a little awkward. We were at the Circle Bar, I think it was, and you were like, hey, and then you were like, and then at the trade show, we got a picture with Rainier Lorenzo, HVC.
And Mary
Other than
Renee.
that, man.
So
Yeah. Other than that, you were just. Oh, the old owners of Lake Country were working Rainier's booth down in Maryland.
really
Yeah, those were the old owners.
interesting.
And
Yeah,
then,
no, Yeah.
our last guest, Mike Burnham, he was rep for DAV, and he was right around the corner.
Gotcha.
Rich, I'm sorry, we're not gonna fight. That's childish and immature.
Just like your podcast, son.
Oh man.
actually, let's, we can segue maybe into the last, maybe the
We
last.
gotta
topic.
salvage our reputation.
Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna even edit this. It's so long. I don't have the time. I've got a great test. But Rich asked, "What animal would look the coolest smoking a cigar?" Very nice
Jellyfish.
question.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish. A gorilla.
gorilla.
with a form-fitting leather coat.
And a goatee. And a goatee.
Of course.
How would a jellyfish even smoke a cigar? That would be cool. I'd say, whoa.
They don't even have
I didn't even know
eyes.
they could do that. Yeah. That's why it'd be really cool to me, because I don't even think they can smoke a cigar. My answer.
Well, a lot of these labels have lions smoking cigars. JSK, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Rooster would be
so
sick.
a rooster, yeah. So Dom,
Stay on
don't-
brand.
Yeah, we've been doing probably about an hour and a half. We
Hour.
don't have to have them. We don't have to have them right at an hour down. We can have 2-hour podcasts.
Why not?
People
People
Just,
can fast forward if they get
no
bored.
one wants to listen to you talk for 2 hours, though.
I know.
That's a lie.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up real quick. I just have a question for Tyler. Any new stuff you've been? Dom, stay muted because I don't want to hear that shitty music.
I get that
Yeah, Tyler, what cigars have you been smoking lately? That you cigars you've been smoking lately, and then maybe some recent purchases. And please don't put your feet up by the camera again. I don't want to see your toenails. And then maybe some recent purchases you bought from other shops. I'll go first with the recent purchases. I bought Viaje Zombie and Skull and Bone sampler pack from Small Batch, and I bought the Cavalier of Geneva LE 2019 from Small Batch, and I bought a box of Camacho Ecuador Distillery Edition. Only because I wanted to win the humidor, which I did not win, even though there wasn't many people in the drawing.
Was it the
I
Ava
gave-
store?
No, it was through Lake Country. It was through the shop I work at.
Right.
And so I ended up giving my dad the box or half the box. But have you smoked that Cavalier cigar yet?
Yeah, we brought it in. That thing we brought a box of last year in, and it fucking just disappeared. But it was something where everything we bring in, we try to at least sample before we put it on the shelf, and sample so we'll actually know what to tell the customers about. Yeah, it disappeared. We got a sample of it like 3 months after it came out last year. Said, "Fuck, that was such a dumb decision. Why didn't we bring it in?"
Mm-hmm.
We brought it in. Been flying off the shelves. Damn good smoke. Pretty close.
How many
to last-
boxes? How
This
many
year,
boxes did you order?
Our rep gave us a max of 10, so we just did a max of 10.
Good price point. And they're 10-count boxes, so
Yeah.
they're really approachable. But anything
really
you've been
are.
smoking recently you want to talk about?
So right now, it's a semi-dead time because we haven't had a lot of new guys going around trying to sell their stuff, or new guys bringing anything in, since the show's sort of in the post-show period. But if we're gonna say like from the show till now, Trey J Cigars, Vicarious, Casa Cuevas, those guys, Invictus, we just brought those in. They have a really good blue-banded Corojo, Vicarious does. Damn good smoke. La Mandaria from Casa Cuevas, really good. Same thing.
I
Cavalier.
haven't smoked any of those.
It was a surprise. We stopped by their booth at the show, tried out their samples. Great. But like you're saying, yep, Cavalier, LE 2019, really good. Blackbird, they just came out with all 6 of their lines now. So we started out with their San Andreas and Cuba, Brazil. Now they have their, that's what they started with. And now they have the Rook, they have the Cuco, the Jackdaw, and the Finch. That's a Connecticut, Criollo, Colorado, Ecuador, and Indonesian Ecuador, or Indonesian, Indonesian Ecuador. All of those are still just as good. What else has been out? Saints and Sinners pack came out. I smoked the 3. That was really good.
You already popped it open, huh?
Oh yeah. Hope that shit opened day 1.
Yeah, I plan on smoking through. Is it still 15 sticks in the bundle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
5-pack.
go through the first 5-pack hopefully in the next month.
Yeah. That
I'll-
was amazing. Super good.
I'm gonna bring that to the shop for me and Matt to smoke. Since I got 3 of them, we can smoke each smoke 1. Did you smoke any of the potluck cigars?
So I only got a burnt ends and a
That's a
tender chop.
Corojo.
Yeah,
Tender chop is fucking magical.
yeah, it really is. That was the only bundle I really wanted. But I bought in just like another customer. I wasn't going to not play it fair.
Mm.
So got those two. Bought 2 boxes of J21s. But the tender chop I like way better than the burnt ends, but that's not saying much. Not saying much at all.
Yeah, because the tender chop is just it's fucking phenomenal. The cheese government cheese or cheesesteak was really good.
Yeah.
The bone marrow is fucking weird as hell. It's
Do you know the blend on that?
really good though. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
bone crusher with instead of broadleaf wrapper, the Ecuadorian Connecticut.
yeah. That is
So
such an interesting stick.
yeah, because like it's because it's the binder fillers is such a full body, and then that little light airy wrapper. It's a weird smoke.
Yeah.
I got a bundle of those and a bundle of the tender chop and then a bundle of the cheese, and then a lot of the customers gave me one of them, so I've tried them all.
Wait. So
Did you get any CQT? Oh wait, go on.
oh, no, I was just going to ask. How did your shop? We're going back an hour, but how did your shop do the potluck buy-in?
You would buy a box. And
Okay,
then you
gotcha.
could buy one. And then I know like Michael's, which is like you're talking about Dallas.
Yep. Yeah, they did
Big
fucking crazy.
Tatuai market. Well,
Oh
they
yeah.
only did buy 10, and then you could buy the bundle of 10.
Wait,
I'm
they did
like,
what? Wait, they did what? Sorry, you cut out.
buy 10 singles, and
What?
yeah.
God
I was
damn.
surprised. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we sold out. Even with what we did, we still sold out of every single potluck bundle. Like we didn't have any the day after, and we didn't like pre-sell any to like any of our good guys. So it was everybody came in and wiped that shit out, and that's with not as good of a Tatawahe market as Michaels has.
Yeah.
That's
Those
crazy.
guys are awesome. And you had Tom Polar as your rep, right?
Yeah,
So I went to Honduras, and
yeah. It's
Tom
about the yeah.
Polar was there. Dude,
I bet
that
he's like
dude is a
telling.
character.
He literally tells stories about how he saves the cigar industry every time. He's like, yeah, it's down in Honduras with Julio and Justo, and I said, Justo, man, you gotta try to make that old diploma again. And Justo said, no, I don't do that. I not make that cigar. So I told his rollers, go throw together a Corojo wrapper, Corojo binder, Corojo filler, and roll it. If it's not good, call me retarded and fire me. If it's not, we'll make 1,000 boxes. And so you have your boxes right here. Like, shut the fuck up, Tom Polar. That's not how it
Dude,
went down.
no, so I was with Honduras with him, and it was kind of funny. Me and him would hold these talks. So
Yeah.
I would talk about all the new shit, and he all the old stuff, which is perfect because, like I said, I didn't start nerding out till about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, same
So
here.
I just would sit and listen to him, and then we had a crowd of people just listening to us, and I was down there with Mike and Bob Peacock of Michael's too. So
Really?
Tom, yeah, so
Wait,
I
wait.
the time with Tom, and then I hung out with him a little bit at the trade show. I visited Grand Habano, and he peeled off some samples for me. But I like Tom's a good dude.
He really is. He's so
But,
funny to listen to. But we did
yeah,
the Dominican trip with the Peacocks, Mike and Bob.
great dudes, man. And then I've gotten to know Bear pretty well
Yep.
from the trade show, and then Tracy Spence. We met at the first 3 years ago at the Romocraft party.
Yeah.
I don't think he remembers me, but he might. But I talked to Bear. I listened to Bear's show, and so. But I think that's about it. Is there a small brand you want to talk about? Because usually I'll talk about a smaller brand or a brand I've been smoking a lot of. Is there a brand that people need to know about?
I mean, in all honesty, I want to talk about would you say HVC is a small brand to talk about? Is that small enough?
Pretty sure we've talked about them like the last 2 shows.
Really?
I mean, nothing wrong with that, I guess.
Fuck
You
HVC.
might-
We're
yeah,
here
you
stuff.
might have something.
That's what I wanted
No,
to talk about.
Yeah, I love HVC. The Series A I like a lot, the new one.
Yeah.
But that broadleaf he did, oh my lord, that's fantastic.
Yeah, the broadleaf and
Yes.
the La Rosa 520 Maduro. Those have been
I've-
flying.
I've only had one of those, so I'm not. I have to smoke that again. I've been smoking more of the Series A.
I think right now for our shop, there's such a high from the broadleafs that everybody's just smoking everything HBC right now. Like the Series A is
Nice.
great. Series A is fucking
Mhm.
fantastic. The La Rosa 520 Maduro, we have so many guys that just come in and buy a box of it just because they tried
Nice.
one of it, and it's such a that's what I call a universal cigar. It has some strength, but not
Mhm.
too much. Has some sweetness, not too much. Some spice, some earth. Anybody who smokes cigars could enjoy that stick. But yep, broadleaf Series A, the new, well not new, but technically the new HVC Pan Calientes. Just the new factory production of those.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're now at TAPSA now. They were
Yeah,
at Races
Rice's.
Cubana, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, them being a TAPSA, you can just tell that the essence of the cigar is still there, but I mean, they just TAPSA. It's fucking TAPSA. You don't need to say anything else more, really. But yeah, HPC's been killing it, and now they're coming out with the 500th anniversary. As much of a joke as it might be,
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to try that. It's just
Yeah,
Aganorsa.
Mike.
Yeah,
Michael's, the old shop I worked at in Lake Country were, I think, one of the first 5 accounts to open HVC because Rainier lived in Wisconsin for a little bit.
Really?
So we were pretty early on HVC, and so was Michael's. Yeah.
that's good. I can't remember when, but we brought in HVC way too late. It was probably 2-3 years ago, if not a little before that. But
Ooh,
it's the mix of Aganorsa, and I like Rainier's palate. Is just a fucking home run.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's
Cool.
it, Tom.
All right, I've just been watching westerns this whole time, letting you guys talk.
Nerd out.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
good.
well, Tyler, Nerd Tyler, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Last minute.
Yeah, you didn't say that. We had someone else lined up, and
Yeah, I
you
figured
made
as
up.
much.
You made up for the first one that we're doing, or showing up.
Yeah.
Other Tyler, or cool Tyler,
Cool Tyler,
dude.
yeah.
I'm not gonna edit this tomorrow. I'm just gonna post it. I'm gonna throw it up.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Last week was bad. We had to edit it, but this one's good. But next week, programming note, we have our first, not our first, but we have Mo Mali of Patina on the show next week.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
Exciting stuff.
always a dear friend of mine.
Since Mo's
Yeah,
a bitch and
so-
doesn't listen to the end, can you bring me in as like a call-in audience member halfway through?
That'd be hilarious if we did it without him knowing. We're gonna do that. We're gonna bring you in at the half-hour mark.
Yeah. Audience member call-in time. Call this number. You have to advertise that like 10 minutes before. Finally,
Post a
kid.
story.
I'll put on a like the nose and glasses with the mustache, so you can't
Nice.
tell who it is. It'll be foolproof.
No Bobby
Yeah.
Valentine.
What western is going on in the background?
It's Clint Eastwood something. I'm not sure.
Nobody circles the wagon like Dom does. The
Well,
Bills.
Yeah.
on that note, thanks guys. Rock and roll. Saturdays are for the boys.
Yeah. That's it. Are we off? Are we?
Yeah.